Do you enjoy being creative? Do you like doing creative things? But sometimes you just need something that kind of moves you in a new direction, maybe gives you a little bit of inspiration to try something new, something different. Just step out of your comfort zone a little bit. I'm John Switzer, and here on this channel I like to just discuss whatever I feel like. I have a second channel, Black Bear Forge, and that's my main channel. But over here on this channel, whatever I feel like is fair game. And today that just happens to be creativity. And this does apply to the blacksmithing channel, but we're going to look at it from a little bit different approach than just what the blacksmithing techniques are. And we're going to look at some behind the scenes stuff from a video project that I did lately. And that's one of these creative challenges that actually came about because I also watch YouTube videos and I watch different people on YouTube. And sometimes these people have some ideas or specific challenges to get you moving in a new direction. What are my creative challenges that have been presented by these other YouTube creators? The first challenge comes from Zinka Darla, and she makes YouTube videos just about photography gear, photography and video techniques, and she puts out these little challenges every now and then. I think she does once a month, although this is the first one I've ever looked at very seriously. And this is a low light challenge. So the challenge is to work with low light, very little light, maybe just a little bit of fill light, and see what you can come up with. Has to be under a minute because they typically post on Instagram, and 1 minute is the maximum there. So that was challenge number one. And I was already planning on doing that. And then Peter McKinnon throws out this challenge that I first saw this morning. And if you've never seen Peter McKinnon, he's kind of a big YouTuber, does a lot of really high-end photography, video, filmmaking type things, and just kind of has a fun time making film. And sometime during this video, I'll link to both of their channels up here so you can find them if you want to take a look at some of their stuff. But his challenge was the 72-hour film challenge. And that doesn't mean make a 72-hour long film. That meant that you had 72 hours, posted it on Friday morning, and it has to be ready to go by midnight Sunday. So it's not actually a full 72 hours because he didn't post it at 12:01 in the morning on Friday morning. It was a little later than that. And of course, I didn't see it till much later than that. But anyways, his challenge then is a short film. I always think of videos. I don't think of films. I'm not really a filmmaker, although I suppose technically that may be a good term to use. But that's what this is supposed to be, is a short film. So I'm going to try and combine the low light and see if I can get a nice 1 minute edit of all the low light parts of this. And then I'm going to try and go into the short film for Peter under 5 minutes. 5 minutes is the absolute max. So it's not a whole lot of finished product, but I think I'm going to have to do a whole lot of different small short shots and try and really get some interesting stuff to do all this. So it's a real challenge for me as a video creator or as a filmmaker to see what I can come up with. So I'm starting at night. The sun has just gone down. It's still not really all that dark out, but I think if I turn all the lights off in the shop, it's going to be dark enough to do this. I want my first shot just to be striking a match to light the coal fire. Then I want the low light portions to be lit either solely by the coal fire or just enough fill light from small video lights, kind of like this little light right here, and make it look like the whole thing is lit from the forge fire. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if it's kind of grainy or off, but it'll be a good learning experience and it'll be a good education for me, and hopefully it will be interesting for you guys to look at. So I'm going to get to work. I'm going to see what I come up with. First things first though, I got to kill all these lights. I want this first shot to be really dark. So far, that's pretty dark. I can still see outside the shop. I bet you can't see a thing of me inside the shop, though. Can't see a thing myself. I think we got that shot. It's going to be a whole lot turning the lights on and back off again just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. Well, can you see me at all through all this stuff? Time to put my apron on and get serious about making a fireplace poker. Now, after I got those shots done in the dark and I got everything that I wanted to do for the low light challenge, I kind of wanted to give the illusion that this was a project starting before the sun came up in the morning. So I wanted to show the sunrise. So this morning I got up early before it was really completely light out, and I staged a little having a cup of coffee moment watching the sun come up. Now that's not entirely accurate because the sunrise that I show was actually last night's sunset that I did before I did the low light shots because I was waiting for it to get dark enough to do the low light shots. So this is all going to be a little bit of editing magic to try and get this to all come together, and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm hoping it all worked the way I wanted it to. But with the sun up and actually a whole new day, suddenly everything is lighter and better lit, and the project's a little bit easier to see. So I hope that all makes sense in the video, but the little 1-minute clip of low light hopefully will stand for itself, and then that will hopefully provide the introduction for the longer 5-minute video. We'll see. Like I say, I haven't looked at any of it yet, but I'm going to go ahead and let you take a look at it and you get to see, and then I'll pick this up again afterwards, after I've edited all of it, and I'll let you know what I think of the whole thing. Now that's just the low light portion that I'm going to show at this point. I think if you want to watch the full thing, it's a 5-minute video. I'll put a link to that right up here, and that way you can go back and look at that. But really, I am quite pleased with the way this came out. Not perfect by any means. There's some things that I might change if I do it again. But it was really something I hadn't tried before. I've always been trying to figure out how do you get more light? How do you get just that textbook perfect light into a shot? And trying to do as much as I can with as little extra light as possible was really quite educational. It was a whole lot of fun, so I really encourage you to try this stuff. Watch some of these other YouTube creators if you're into this kind of stuff. People like Zenka and Peter and Matty Hapoya and Potato Jet and all sorts of other YouTube video creators that just deal with the art of making videos, because these folks really have some fun stuff to try out, and frequently they do throw out these little challenges. And sometimes there's even a little bit of a giveaway or prizes to be won. And Peter McKinnon is giving away some pretty darn nice prizes for his stuff. Now, I don't think I'm going to win any prizes. I doubt my video is that good, although, like I say, I'm really quite pleased with it for me. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's 1,000 or more people that enter that. And I have no idea how Peter judges this, if he just has to pick a handful at random or if he's got a whole army of people watching videos and saying, yes, this is worth your consideration, so he can do the judging. No idea what that's like, but really, it isn't the point. The whole thing was really just to experience the challenge, try something different, take a whole new mindset to the way I do things, and who knows, some of that may show up in some of the future videos. One way or the other, though, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Do give it a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Then get out, challenge yourself, do something fun, do something creative, step out of your comfort zone if you can. But one way or the other, we'll see you for the next one.